Hey everybody, it's Chris from Grounded Beef. Today I was watching a video from the Shielded Prepper. I don't mention him. I don't think about him. That sounds rude, but if you don't know Jesse from Shielded Prepper, go check his channel out. Pretty good dude. I'm gonna meet him in next weekend in Las Vegas. But I got notes. He touched on today about trying to help young boys be men, and I'm paraphrasing, but he explained it a little bit better. But I just that hit home to me because about 6 or 8 weeks ago, I ran into my nephew. Actually, he got his car stuck in the ditch, and I had to go pull him out. He was backing into a fishing hole to go fishing, and he went in the ditch. But while I'm talking to the kid, we were never very close. But while I'm talking to the kid, he tells me he's been selling hot dogs at Little League games in 3 or 4 different towns, and he's a skateboarder. And he's been going to skate parks and setting up a grill and selling hot dogs. And I'm like, dude, that is amazing. Like, that is so cool. Keep going. Like, what do you need? I didn't tell him right then, but I left there and I thought about it. And I'm like, I guarantee you there's people that are knocking him down. They're like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Because I've been there. I've been that kid that wanted to do something, and I got shut down. And I texted him shortly after and was like, man, you can do this. What do we need to get you a food cart, or what do we need to make this thing better? And I also told him, I said, you can do this, but you need to sell the best damn hot dog on the block or in the park. I said, you have to be a cut above the person next to you. And he said, okay, whatever. Well, when I watched this video from Jesse today, I texted him right away. I said, hey man, how's the hot dog business? And he said it's winding down for the summer because it's, Little League school started and Little League stopped, and the skateboard parks, there's not as many kids around because they all start back to school. So I told him, I said, don't give up. I said, don't let people knock you down. And he told me that that's the hardest part, is people are not encouraging him. They're telling him just the opposite. Like you can't do this. You need a food permit and blah, blah, blah. Well, hot dogs are already cooked, man. He ain't gonna hurt anybody. Hot dogs are cooked. There's ketchup, mustard, and relish. That's all processed. And there's rolls. Done. Like, he's just heating it up. Done. Go. I said go. And he wants to try to get certified so he can go to more places. And I'm like, man, you're on the right track. Like, go. Let's go. Let's do it. So, and then I thought of another kid that I used to work with. This kid was 18 years old, 19 maybe. And he was a smart ass, but he was a good kid. He was a really good kid. And I saw something in the kid, but he would go to the bathroom all the time because there was a couple older dudes at work that would piss him off, and he'd go to the bathroom and, waste time. I get that. We've all done that. But it finally came to a head. He got into a fight or an argument with an older guy at work who's really grumpy, and he was ready to go out the door. And I went up to my boss and said, listen, give me that kid. Give him to me, because he would tell me that one day he was going to be a millionaire. And I said, man, you can do it. And this is before I knew what I know now. This was probably 6 years ago. And, I went down a lot of rabbit holes 2.5 years ago, when you all know what happened. We got locked in our houses, and I started learning about businesses, and I didn't want to keep continuing to go to work for a paycheck and do all this stuff while I'm making another guy rich. So I'm learning all this stuff. That's why I'm starting businesses. That's why I'm learning about the stock market and learning how to manage money. That's why I'm doing all this, man. So that kid, they let me have that kid at work, and his name is Nick, and we would talk a lot. I had him over here for dinner a couple times. We brought him over. He's had a little rough life, but not terrible. But he wanted to be very successful and take care of his mom. And I'm like, man, that's like, you're gonna do it. Like, you're gonna do it. And then he started a business, and COVID hit and that collapsed. But now I just talked to him a couple months ago, and I said, man, how's it going? He said, great. He started his own construction business. He landed a $26,000 job, remodeling job. He was super excited, super stoked. And I'm like, man, you're going to crush it. Like, keep going. Keep going, man. What do you need from me to help you? I can't help you monetarily, but I can help you. I don't know what I can do, but I just wanted to throw it out there. Like, encourage these kids, man. Encourage them to be men. Encourage them to go out and not get in the rat race. And then there's another kid that lives here, Jonathan, and I keep pushing him to do better. And one day it broke my heart because he quit his job, didn't have another job lined up, and I'm like, man, you got to keep going, dude. Like, get another job. He had a side hustle going, detailing cars, and he kind of fizzled out on that. And the one day he came out to me and said, I just don't feel worthy of having a lot of money. He came from nothing. His mom has nothing, that's what he was born into. And it broke my heart. You don't feel worthy. Man, this world is, like Chris Taylor says, this world is yours and everything in it. Go get it, man. Go get it. And I've been telling him this. Like, Jesse is right. We need to step up as men and show these kids that they can be successful. Like, I've been successful with my family. Like, I have an amazing family. I have a great farm and, all that. But now with what I've learned, there is no stopping me because I am not afraid to work, and I am going to crush it, and I'm going to be one of them that Ninja. If you don't know Ninja, go follow the Economic Ninja, because he said early on in his videos, he said a lot. He wanted to wake up 1 million people and make them millionaires. Well, by golly, I'm going to be one of them people that makes millions of dollars. I can promise you that I am going to try to do that. So I'm just telling you, like, Jesse, that was an amazing video. You're 100% right on these kids. Like, we have to push them and lift them up, man. And whether it's a boy or a girl, like, my daughters are gearing up towards starting their own businesses, starting their own things. Like, not to rely on boys or men to take care of them. Like, that's how I'm grooming them. Hopefully they grow up and they find a nice guy, and I don't hate them, and we're good. And then they grow, and they could teach them how to start businesses and be successful that way. So that's all I'm saying. Go check out Jesse. I'll see him soon, and hopefully this video will find him. But if you could make that happen, it was a great video today, and I just wanted to share that. Hopefully I did it some justice, and that's my beef for today. Grounded Beef is out, and get to know a farmer.